Did you know that nearly 70% of small businesses experience a plateau in growth at some point? That's a staggering number. Many entrepreneurs believe they will continue to thrive after their initial success, but reality often tells a different story. In fact, only 30% of small businesses manage to grow consistently year after year. The truth is, hitting a plateau can feel like a silent struggle, leaving many business owners wondering what went wrong. When you start a small business, excitement and energy fill the air. You might even have dreams of rapid growth and endless customers. But after that initial surge, many find themselves stuck, unsure of how to move forward. You're not alone in this journey, and there are effective strategies to break through the stagnation. In this video, we'll dive into the real reasons behind those frustrating plateaus. You'll discover how to reinvent your offerings, identify hidden bottlenecks, and even pivot into new markets. We'll also talk about how to keep a resilient mindset when times get tough. Get ready to unlock the secrets to not just surviving but thriving after a plateau. Your path to renewed growth starts here. Chapter 1. The Plateau Problem. Why growth suddenly stalls. Hitting a plateau can feel like you're trapped in quicksand, unable to move forward no matter how hard you try. This usually happens after an initial growth spurt when businesses stabilize. The good news? It's normal. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, 20% of small businesses fail within their first year, and by year 5, about 50% are gone. If you've made it this far, you're already doing better than half. So, why does growth stall? Often, it's because what got you here won't get you to the next level. Business author Marshall Goldsmith famously said, "What got you here won't get you there." Your systems, strategies, or even mindset may need to evolve. You've mastered the basics, but now it's time for more advanced thinking. Another common reason is that markets change. What worked when you started may not be relevant today. For example, the rapid rise of e-commerce has changed customer expectations forever. If you're not staying ahead of trends, your business could be falling behind. You may also be focusing too much on new customer acquisition, which can be costly. According to a study by Invesp, acquiring a new customer is 5 times more expensive than retaining an existing one. If you're stuck, it might be time to reevaluate how much energy you're putting into nurturing your current customers. Chapter 2. Shake things up. Reinventing your offer without starting over. When business growth slows, your first instinct might be to launch a new product or service. But that's risky and expensive. Instead, look at how you can tweak what you already have. A subtle shift in how you present or package your offering can make all the difference. Take Coca-Cola, for example. They didn't become the global giant they are by constantly creating new products. Instead, they've reinvented their brand and packaging over time to stay relevant. One simple change you can make is adjusting your pricing model. For instance, offering subscription services or bundling products together can attract a different kind of buyer. Research shows that 90% of consumers prefer subscription models because of the convenience and savings. Another way to shake things up without a complete overhaul is by narrowing your focus. Sometimes businesses plateau because they're trying to appeal to everyone. Instead, consider going niche. By focusing on a smaller, more specific audience, you can provide a more personalized experience. This has been key for companies like Apple, which targets high-end consumers willing to pay more for premium products. Or look at Zappos, the online shoe retailer. Rather than expanding into new product categories right away, they focused on perfecting customer service. Their dedication paid off, with annual revenues exceeding $2 billion. Sometimes, shaking things up doesn't mean adding more, it means doing less, but doing it better. Chapter 3. Hidden bottlenecks. The small tweaks that unlock big growth. Often, the obstacles holding back your business aren't glaringly obvious. They're hidden in plain sight, buried in your processes or systems. This is where identifying bottlenecks becomes crucial. Small changes can unlock big growth, and it starts with finding those friction points. One of the most common bottlenecks in small businesses is inefficiency in operations. According to McKinsey, businesses can improve productivity by up to 25% simply by optimizing internal processes. Are there repetitive tasks you could automate? Are there steps in your workflow that slow things down? Even simple fixes, like switching to a cloud-based invoicing system, can make a significant difference. Customer retention is another area where small changes can pay off. It costs less to retain a customer than acquire a new one, yet many small businesses overlook this. Focus on creating loyalty programs or personalized follow-up strategies to keep customers coming back. A study from Bain & Company found that increasing customer retention by just 5% can increase profits by up to 95%. Another often overlooked bottleneck is poor communication, internally and externally. Are there gaps in how your team shares information? Do your customers have a hard time navigating your website? Studies show that businesses lose $75 billion annually due to poor customer service. If customers can't get what they need easily, they'll move on. Lastly, check your marketing. You might think you're doing enough, but are you leveraging the right platforms? Social media algorithms change constantly, so what worked last year might not work now. Conduct an audit to ensure your marketing efforts are still effective. Sometimes, shifting focus to a different platform or updating your messaging can yield surprising results. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and strategies to help your business thrive. Chapter 4. The Power of Pivot. Smart shifts to tap new markets. Sometimes, when your business hits a plateau, the answer isn't to push harder in the same direction. It might be time to pivot. Pivoting doesn't mean abandoning your core business, but rather shifting focus to explore new opportunities. Think about Netflix. They started as a DVD rental company, but when they saw the rise of streaming, they shifted. Today, they dominate the entertainment world. Pivoting isn't just for giant companies. Small businesses can do it too, often with more agility. A great place to start is by identifying adjacent markets. These are markets related to your existing business where you can use your current resources. For example, if you run a bakery, you might pivot by offering baking classes or creating an online store for selling baking kits. Data shows that businesses that pivot to new opportunities grow faster. In fact, according to a study by the Kauffman Foundation, businesses that successfully pivot have a 4.6% higher growth rate than those that stick to their original plan. That's a small but significant advantage. Another way to pivot is by targeting a different customer segment. Sometimes, the audience you're currently serving isn't the one that will take you to the next level. Consider the beauty brand Glossier, which started with a focus on millennial women but later expanded to Gen Z through influencer marketing. This pivot helped them hit $100 million in annual revenue within just 4 years. Of course, pivoting doesn't come without risk. The key is to test small changes before going all in. Experiment with a new product line, market, or service offering. Then, track the results. If it's working, you can expand. If not, you can pivot again. The best way to predict the future is to invent it, said Alan Kay, a pioneer in personal computing. In entrepreneurship, this couldn't be more true. Chapter 5. Scaling with Strategy. How to maximize resources without breaking the bank. Scaling is every entrepreneur's dream. But doing it wrong can lead to disaster. Many businesses that try to scale too quickly end up failing. That's why it's essential to scale with strategy. The goal is to grow without overextending your resources, financially, physically, or emotionally. One of the smartest ways to scale is by outsourcing. It might seem counterintuitive to spend money when trying to save, but outsourcing specific tasks can free up your time and energy for more critical decisions. According to a survey by Clutch, 37% of small businesses outsource at least one business process. Tasks like payroll, customer service, or digital marketing can be handed off to professionals, allowing you to focus on growth. Another strategic way to scale is by leveraging automation. You can automate tasks like email marketing, invoicing, and even parts of customer support. Businesses that use automation tools see a 20% increase in productivity, according to McKinsey. For example, you could set up an automated email sequence to nurture new leads while you sleep. Building strategic partnerships is also a cost-effective way to scale. Instead of going at it alone, find other businesses that complement yours and create win-win collaborations. Whether it's co-marketing or cross-promoting products, partnerships can increase your reach without the heavy lifting. Think about how Spotify partnered with Starbucks to create personalized playlists for customers. It benefited both brands and expanded their customer bases. As you scale, don't forget the importance of culture. When businesses grow, they often lose the personal touch that made them successful in the first place. Be intentional about maintaining a positive company culture. According to a Gallup poll, companies with strong cultures see a 72% higher customer engagement. Happy employees lead to happy customers, which leads to sustained growth. If you enjoyed this content and found it helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips and strategies to help your business thrive. Remember, every plateau is just a stepping stone to your next great achievement.